Hello, Todd Bog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 5. If you haven't watched my last playthrough, we did the Dryad Queen, and we got to show off a little of what they got to do, and how to really maximize your benefits as that class. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely recommend it. We're down to just 5 classes that I haven't played through on the channel for Conquest of Elysium 5. So we're going to go ahead and tackle the High Priestess today. As always, this will be played through to completion, and will be beginner friendly as well, so I'll kind of explain it in the first video, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and do our usual settings. We'll do a large map, we'll do battle reports on, random society, new player, and then just hitting the plus key, we can change them all to count, difficulty, and I always like to do unique. And then we'll go ahead and select our High Priestess. So we're worshippers of Baal, one of the gods in the realm. We use sacrifices from hamlets, villages, and large settlements. We can use sacrifices to perform rituals, and we get access to more and less expensive assassins. So more assassins that are less expensive. Pretty cool. You can actually eat settlements. I don't know if that's the official term, but basically you can consume settlements and get summons that way, permanently removing them from the map or downgrading them appropriately and getting access to some powerful troops. So go ahead and jump in and get started here. So a few things that you're going to want to look at. We'll start. This is an interesting start. Ooh, but you got yourself Boots of the Mountain. Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to look at is our army here. So we've got 2 basic troop types starting out. You've got the Baylight Spearman. And with our units, you are looking at 3 core things when you first start out until you start to learn more of the nuances of the game. You're looking at hit points, armor, and damage. So 6 hit points, that's pretty self-explanatory there. That's damage you can take. Armor reduces all damage incoming by the amount of the armor. So if you had armor 1, every attack you take subtracts 1 from that damage roll. Shields do a random variable, so that's something to look at down here. 0 to 1 or 0 to 2 in reduction versus range. So shields give you a little additional protection, but it's not consistent. And then attacks. So your standard spearman, this is kind of a standard spearman lot, does 1 to 4 damage. No armor and roughly about that with the shield. They do have a small addition in the javelin. It's once per battle at a range of 3. They can throw that and hit the enemy, so it gives them a little extra punch over a standard spearman, but otherwise they're pretty standard there. And then your standard bowman, range 5, 1 to 3 damage, and bows are every round, and otherwise they're pretty straightforward. And then we're not fighters, but instead we're casters. So what did we get? Vengeance. All right. Special effect curse, 1 to 13 damage to 2 strikes. Nice. Call large spiders. I don't know what bleed does. We'll figure that out later. And poison web. Otherwise, we're pretty weak, so do not get us into combat if we can avoid it. My assistant, i.e. the hero duel, which is the apprentice of the High Priestess, is poison web and blood boil, so those are pretty good too. So at least starting out. So let me just actually transfer all the troops. Recruit-wise, besides the 2 that we start with, there's these guys, which are essentially swordsmen. They get an armor, a shield, and they have a little extra in the hit points. They do 1 to 6 damage instead of 1 to 4, but they don't get the javelin. So just a better troop overall, but they do require iron. And then your heavy infantry are even better, but the downside, they have this large shield, 0 to 2, 0 to 4. The downside is they're slow, so they actually reduce your ability to move on the overmap. So we generally, and then they're pretty heavy iron costs, so we generally don't build these until we start building a siege force. So, and then so overall though, we do start in a Temple of Baal. You can hit I on the map when you hover over a location to get ideas of what they give you. So that gives you an idea of what we have there, gold income. And then we start with a village as well, which is great because it gives us sacrificial income. So the final thing to look at is our special powers. So we got rituals and mastery that we can use to get more powerful. So I'm already level 2, so if I did the ritual grand mastery, that would get me up to level 3. But as you can see, that costs 480 sacrifices, so that's going to be a while before we get to that. For now, we have the lesser blood feast. Basically, We drain the life from a substantial part of a village population. and I'll get some ancient champions. So that's a cool one. Ceremony to Ball, though, this is probably one we'll do more often, and basically summons a bunch of creatures. It's better if you do it in a desert as well, and if cast in a ziggurat, giants might appear. So if we can find a ziggurat, that'd be cool. And then Keziah, she's got the Lesser Ceremony to Ball, so the smaller version for only 10. So that's our army. Starting point is okay. It's not the best, not the worst. We're going to definitely go against this first. These guys have poison bows. So that's annoying because it will kill off some of our troops. But we don't really have a choice. We have to kind of get out here, huh? So we'll kill that. We'll go to kill this next. Now this guy's a serpent magic caster. And you are a witchery caster, so... And you'll see what those mean. So I always like to set my trade to buy iron in case I get trade from somewhere. I usually forget to set it otherwise. And I believe that is everything we need to cover. So we're going to take our whole army here, and we're going to attack this village here. Okay, so battles consume, basically everyone moves, and then they try to attack if they're in range. So you can see we're attacking. We got spiders, that's good. So now he's poisoned. He's got 3 more points of damage that are going to take, so he will survive the poison if he doesn't take any other damage. But we still haven't got to that guy yet. And now we just wait for the poison, and as you can see, we lost like 2 people, so... But we did get the Boots of the Mountain, so now somebody can be a little bit stronger. Yeah, I'll leave it on you, because I do need to keep my caster alive, if at all possible. So we're going to take a little less damage when we take this one. And if you're ever curious how much it costs you in movement, it's the boots. So 3 movement points to go through jungle. It's probably one of the... It's the most, other than mountains, which are the same. So this is going to be slow going through jungle, but luckily we're through the jungle now. Didn't even take any losses there. That's perfect. And then now we're going to go and take this, and this is going to be a lot easier with just the Spearman and a archer. So, oh boy, this is an interesting start. We got ourselves a white wizard with a magic lamp, so we're not taking that tower anytime soon. And this, other than this ballista, which is a siege weapon, those fire during the siege rounds, and we'll explain that more when it gets up to it. This is actually fairly easy to take, but we'll need to power up a little bit first. So, pretty simple there. All right. So basically now we've got 5 sacrifices coming in regularly. Stupid Kraken's going to come in and take something. I know it. So we're just going to keep moving up. Oof, I do not want to deal with the fire elemental. So fire elemental. So in this game, let's start with everything that attacks hits. That's just a guarantee. It's just the damage you do will always be 1 to whatever. So that will be a factor in whether you'll actually do enough damage to matter. However, certain things have things like ethereal, where 75% chance that every attack will just pass through, doing no damage at all for non-magic attacks. So not as big a problem for us because we do have casters, but that can definitely give this thing a lot more survivability. And as you can see, it does 1 to 25 damage. Also has a fire shield, so everything that attacks it will take 3 damage fire. Our guys will kill themselves trying to kill it. So, yeah, we're just going to go out and expand. Ooh, monster scarab. I definitely don't want to deal with this. It's not no wine the monster scarab rolls enormous piles of dung, but it's no surprise the Scourge Lord allies himself with this most vile of creatures. So armor 4 means they're going to ignore a lot of damage. Now, my guys do 1 to 4 damage, right? So you would think I don't do any damage at all to this. But if I do roll that max damage, in this case, let's say we'll use his. If I roll 20, I then roll that die again, so a 20-sided die, and then subtract 1 from that roll, and then add the 2 together for my total damage. If I roll 20 again, I'll keep doing that. So you can explode and do massive damage from a little attack, but more often than not, you're not going to be doing much against this guy. And then he tramples. So when he can just walk through your troops and deals 5 damage as a result of that, and he causes fear. So yeah, we don't want anything to do with that. That is an army killer if I've ever saw one. This is an army killer. Oh, thank God. Guess I'll have to stick with that. Ooh, pyramids, though. I have a really weird map start. Let's go ahead and just kill you guys. And elephant, huh? Alright, battle. So I lost 3 guys because of poison, so... But I gained another sacrifice, so... Now that looks fun. Okay, so cities are great in terms of resources. Not only do they give you gold, trade, and sacrifices, all of which are top. They're also a library, a citadel. They're just fantastic. But we're going to need more before we can actually tackle that. So I'm going to go this way. Okay, good. We've got a source of iron here now that we can get. Fire elemental, what are you doing? Alright, let's go ahead and put archers on the wall. Not that it will do anything to a fire elemental if it decides to take my town. Okay, it did take my coastal hamlet, but whatever. I have to expect that. So we'll kill these goblins. They're pretty weak, because they only have 2 hit points, no armor, no shield, and they do 1 to 3 minus 1, which means that reduces the top number or improves the top number depending if it's plus or minus. So they're only doing 2 damage, 1 to 2 damage. So, but as you can see, our forces have taken some damage. So we're going to need to come back and get some reinforcements here if we want to continue fighting. All right. Oop, not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's just go there. We're basically going to come down here and take that. We're going to have enough iron soon to do a group of swordsmen, so that's what I want. Summer's here. Alright, here a duel. So let's go ahead and grab the zealots. Do I grab the hero duel? I think the answer is yes to that. Just because the additional casting can be useful. And blood boil and pain. So fire elementals are mindless and lifeless. So lifeless is troublesome for our spell casting because blood boil doesn't affect lifeless beings, so I can't do that. Anyways, it's fireproof. Pain doesn't affect lifeless beings, so her spells will actually do no damage. Vengeance should, yeah, it does damage, so that's no problem. Bleed doesn't affect lifeless beings. Poison web does, so you can actually possibly poison a fire elemental unless it is poison resistant. It is, which it makes sense. It doesn't have blood, so what would poison do to it? So, and then yours is blood boil and yeah. So, yeah, this thing is not going to be easy for us to kill with the magic that we have. So, either way, you're going to go ahead and transfer up everything that you got there, and we'll move there. And at this point, really not much else we can do except do a little scouting, so we'll do that. At this point, I think I need to get rid of this thing because it's just going to continue to harass. We're going to take some damage, though. Alright, well, easy come, easy go, right? So we're just going to bring the whole army in. Go ahead and transfer everybody up under her. And we'll watch as it carves through. Luckily, it only attacks one target at a time, so our archery should do some damage. Okay. Actually, didn't go so bad. Luckily, it attacked the summons, so the spiders kept us from losing any troops. So, I think we should probably do the same to our Kraken friend here. So, he's going to die very fast. But now he won't harass us anymore, which will be nice. Because he's going to get hit by all the spells. Yep. Alright. Not bad at all. If they didn't have this white wizard, this would be something I'd think about taking. And if they didn't have this, which summons an air elemental. The white wizard has access to certain spells, mostly buffing, but they do get access to blinding spells. And if they get the burst 25 blinding spell, they can destroy our army without even second thought. So, all right, we'll kill you, elephant, next. Elephants are dangerous, only if they reach you. Oh, okay, I guess we'll just take our spider tribe village back, I guess, for now. They're dangerous because they have trample, which means that your front line is going to get burst through, and they're going to start hitting archers, and then eventually your priestess. And they do have an armor and 52 life, so may not be worth. Let's not actually fight them for now. Let's just continue to get more resources. I'm an idiot and haven't noticed that I need to do my summons. So we'll do that in just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and kill this village first. Alright, so... Oh yeah, confusion and curse. So curse can be bad. Did you just curse my guy? No, okay. Confusion, alright. Yeah, they're dead. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. So how do I want to do this? I want to get back to the desert, so we're going to go this way. Because now I have enough for my ceremony to ball. Unlike other classes that do sacrifices, you don't have to overpay for your sacrifices because you are... Oof, okay, I thought that was me. We lost the Cloud Lord. Okay, because I'm worried about this monster scarab. But basically, unlike other gods who are more fickle, Baal will support you as long as you pay the actual cost. Otherwise, you have to overpay for like the Demonologist or for others. So we'll do that. Oh, okay. That is a bunch of flying dudes. Mazics. 1 to 4 damage, 6. Yeah, they're just flying. So, however, that should be sufficient to take on a force like this. So we can probably go ahead and move this way. As long as we don't get killed by that big thing. I'm really worried about it because it just roams and will destroy us. So these Mazic will rush and get these archers on the side walls. We're going to take some damage from the siege, but that can't be helped. So basically, we'll talk about the siege now. The siege round starts at -15 here, and basically this thing fires during the siege when it says siege, and it fires every 2 rounds. So it gets about 7 shots in total. And basically it's going to shoot, and there's a chance it will hit a square. If it does, it'll generally delete the unit. So, and then after that, it actually still shoots because it's a ballista, which is why they're tough. But after this, it's pretty much... Okay, so as expected, we lost most of our Mazic, but we did manage to take it. Spellcasting was really what's going to cover it, but by getting the Mazics on the walls, even though they died pretty quickly to the archers in melee, they ended up doing pretty well by keeping them from firing on the rest of the troops. So the Mazics weren't my favorite thing to get, but they allowed me to get this. We're going to buy this, which are swordsmen. We get 10 of them for 98 gold and no iron, which is the most important part. Something took my iron there. Okay. And as you can see, the port is pretty nice too. So we're getting some pretty good resources now. Swordsmen, basically, if you have a town, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, they increase your chance to recruit mercenaries. So the swordsmen were mercenaries, and you get to recruit them in addition to your normal recruits. So we're going to go ahead and spend some gold on the archers. And we've got ourselves a pretty solid force. Definitely still don't want to deal with that guy right now. And his air elemental friend. So let's go ahead and move up. And we're going to work on retaking this here. Okay. Alright. We got a Manticore. This thing's pretty deadly. 2 armor, 126 hit points. Also causes fear, so our troops will run away. 2 nasty attacks, and a third fairly nasty attack as well. So definitely don't want to do anything with that. I guess this is the time of giant creatures roaming the world, huh? Alright, elephant. I think it's time we said goodbye to you. We got enough troops now. We'll cut you a swath here. It's going to do some damage, though. Oh, not if we stun it like that. Okay. It still killed a Mazik, but not bad. Not bad at all. 5 Spearmen for 39 gold. That's really not bad, but we're going to go ahead and get ourselves some archers instead. We'll need that because this is a guard tower. And guard towers have a monster lair. So they'll spawn what we call the King's Troops. If you notice, there is a slight difference, a bluish gray versus a dark gray. That bluish gray means that they're the King's Troops, and they kind of work to spawn and take control of local areas, defeat local monsters, and things like that. So they're an interesting thing. Nice twist. See, as I mentioned it, 7 crossbowmen. So we're going to have to do something about that at some point, because it's probably going to start taking our stuff. Silver mine. That's a lot of ogres, but we can kill them pretty easily. Ogres are mean. They hit for 1 to 15, and they sweep. So if they roll high and kill your first target, they can actually travel into another target and kill it as well, or at least do damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is 9. It just looks like more because it's spread out. But yeah, between our troops, archery, and then of course spell casting will be a-okay. Oops, let's see. So, and then a silver mine, as you can see, gives us 5 gold and more iron. So, and we'll need both. Yeah. Hero Duel. Okay, so we'll grab the Hero Duel because we'll need something to take control of these troops. What do you get? Blood Boil and Call Scorpion. Not bad. Call Scorpion could be better, but, you know, we'll sentry you for now. And we'll go into this. Okay, we got yellow is our first opponent making themselves known here. Not bad. 1 Baylight Spearman. Okay, so yellow took a forest, so it could either be a Troll King, which would be bad for us right now. Although maybe not as bad with all the spellcasting we got. It could be a Druid, or it could be a Dryad Queen. I prefer the Druid over the Dryad Queen, but none of them are great. It could also be a Witch, and that could be really bad. So either way, we're going to come across here and basically going to scout, and then we're going to work our way down because we got some more summons we can do. Okay. Meanwhile, we don't have any gold, so we're just going to let him slowly do his thing while we work our way through. 10 crossbowmen. So something attacked here and lost. I think we can take it, and a city would be fantastic for us. Oh, that's a debate. You taking more of my stuff yet? Nope. Okay. Oh, we'll wait. Spring's here. I mean, with our spell casting, we're great. That's a desert, though. You know what? We're going to beef up a little. Because I can. So let's do... Alright. That's fantastic. That is great. So Scorpion Beasts, just a chunk of hit points, 38, with 2 armor. They have a Deadly Sting, which does that, and a Claw. So perfect for running against a siege force like that city there. So we'll be able to take out those 10 crossbowmen, no problem. So, and of course, they stand right where they need. Freaking Bakamano. Always bugging out. Stupid. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that'll definitely help things out there. Maybe they'll fight. That'd be kind of cool. At this point, though, let's go ahead and get us some zealots. And with that force and her spell casting, she should be able to knock out the captain and the crossbowmen. So I think we're going to wait, though, because I don't want to deal with the monster scarab. I will have to deal with them at some point, but okay. Nice. Meteor struck down in the mountains. Doesn't really affect us. That's pretty far away. But if you use gems as a secondary resource, that's where that could be very useful. So, all right, let's see. Yep, let's take the city of Roka. And yeah, you're pushing down. That's fantastic. And you're just blocking the way, so we'll chill again. All right, battle in Roka. Alright, so we lost 2 swordsmen, as expected, but we took it. We took some damage, of course, on our scorpion boys, but yeah, that's a fantastic front line, so I can beef up by buying archers. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. Transfer all the archers. We'll leave 2 behind to defend. And yeah, we'll work our way down to eliminate the enemy here. I really don't know what I'm going to do. You're not mindless, though, so spellcasting will work against you, and you only do damage against 1 target. It's at trample 5. That's. But I think with my scorpion dudes now, I think we can take you out. Ooh, yeah, we'll chill for now. I should have put archers there. No, we won't chill for now then. So there's 2 ways you lose the game. You lose your last citadel or you lose your last commander. Luckily, we've got this citadel and this citadel now. But yeah, he's threatening to steal my last thing there, so kind of have to move out and take care of him. Can't really do much more there. 29 units. That's a lot of catapult, or a lot of crossbow. They are on weak walls, but yeah, with these guys, we should do pretty well. He's going to get himself killed, but that's fine. That's kind of what we expect. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. We're going to earn a lot from it, so we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, we lost 3 swordsmen, a spearman, 3 of our own swordsmen, the zealots, 1 of our scorpion beasts, and the Mazik. So, not bad at all, though, for what we took. So, yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so that's support. So now we're getting, yeah, a nice bonus there for sure. Oh, my God, why do you have to stand there? And, yeah, they took the citadel as I expected. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop some archers there. We're going to defend that, and we're going to bring more to defend there. We're going to come down, though, because we've got enough here to take out this beetle, so let's take it out. Man, that trample, though. See, spawned another one. It was Zweihanders. Alright, let's just take that. We'll let them move out. Alright, let's be smart here. Let's move here. Let's go ahead and do a ceremony to ball. Okay, that's a different thing for us to show off. So these are set here. They just basically have 2 attacks. 36 hit points, no armor. So they do a decent amount of damage with their attacks. They are small sprites, so that's useful. But the problem is they just have no armor, so they'll melt to anything that attacks them. So it's not bad. No, it could be better though. That is a lot of different recruits. We don't have the gold for, so okay. So you finally moved out. It's all crossbowmen and the captain. So let's crash you. We should be able to take that out fairly easily. And we should be able to take you out with spell casting and scorpions. Okay, it is a barbarian. Okay, I think. Very nice. So as you can see, things were starting to run away. If we view it again, one of our spells, which I believe is it Vengeance? No, that's Curse. Although that probably did help a little. Pain. No, that's not it. Blood Boil? No. Something we were doing was causing it to be stunned. So let's watch this again. So we hit it with something here. Oh, were they webbing it? It breaks through the webbing right away, but it stuns it for the time being. Okay, no. Poison web. Is poison web? Oh, yeah. It does a net when it hits. Oh, okay. So that was what was causing it. So when it's stunned, a couple things happen. So we'll watch it. So as you can see, the attack. 2 extra points of damage due to incapacitated target. So when you web something, you'll do additional damage, which is very useful for breaking through high armor targets. So yeah, that was big. And then of course it doesn't get to attack; it just breaks free on its turn. So yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. And we're now in control of our stuff. We don't have to worry about this guy because he's aquatic. He will not come on land. So we're in control of our area again. I really need to take out this tower. I really do. What can we do? I love those crossbowmen, but we can't. Maybe we get some catapults together. I don't have the iron for that, though. Okay. I'll figure this out. All right. Either way, you're going to go ahead and crush them. And then we'll do another summons with you. And then I think we're at a good spot to call it. I got to figure out what that guy is. I didn't look. All right. Nice and easy. I don't know what that guy is. Okay. Either way, you're coming this way. We're in control again. What do we got? Elemental, too. There's so many things I got to worry about there. Alright. Let's drop archers here. Just because there is a threatening force to us. You will just go this way. I want to call it, but I want to see what that thing is. So, oh, great. So this is a dream horror. It's a void monster. I guess it decided to attack us. It is not lifeless, so that's not bad, but it is casting this dreamless sleep, which is a sleep across the whole battlefield. And then it can do horror marks, so we got to be careful of that. But as you can see, it put almost our entire army to sleep. But it couldn't stand up to vengeance. So, yeah. So everybody's waking up. So we managed to do it without worry, but yeah, you got to be careful with those things. Those things can be quite dangerous. All right, what are you? So yeah, you are barbarians. So that's actually the best of all worlds if they're taking forests and stuff. So barbarians are the ones we had the best chance against. This army will not be able to take the city with 7 archers sitting on top of it. They hit hard. I mean, they do 1 to 8 damage, and they berserk, so they'll go to 1 to 9 damage. At 8 hit points, they have no armor, but they do have a shield. But that's their basic troop. And then the cavalry lancers here do this lance charge once per battle. Otherwise, they're pretty weak. They just have good hit points and armor, and they move fast. And then they have some standard spearmen there. They do have 1 mounted scout, which is just an archer on that chassis. And they're led by a barbarian leader, Worm. Is that your actual leader? No. Okay. Igo is your commander's name. Okay. More than likely, Igo died against the walls of Roka here, but we're going to go ahead and call it here, though. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm looking forward to taking the High Priestess out for a run and seeing if we can get some cool things going with them. And we'll see how it ends up. As always, if you haven't, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.